We are being outpaced not only by our global competitors like China and Russia, but also countries like Estonia, Finland, and Canada. This is an article here from usnews.com. U.S. students show no improvement in math.
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male.
Appreciate it.
Fuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
Donations coming
and that's if you guys don't donate $100 right now, you're a beta male. You're a fuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
and that's
okay. So Nonstop Day 360 $2 super chat. Did you see the woke CIA recruitment ads? No, I have not. And then Sans Pure 91 saying why are rich women in Asia hoarding all the white men's cream? I don't know what that means. Please at me in the chat and clarify kindly, sir. But I want to go back to this, right? U.S. students show no improvement in math, reading, science on international exam. Most troubling among the results was that an international performance gap in education is widening, okay? So when you have a stupid population, you have an easily controlled population, but also the quality of your population goes down as well. You don't have a culture that's thriving. You don't have a culture that's educated. Guys, the only thing that pushes us forward as humanity is intelligence, right? You want smarter, better, more equipped humans than dumb ones running around. It is why your life as a man should be a nonstop life of education, a nonstop life of doing your best to become your best, okay? I'm still learning at my age. I'm actually deeply unsatisfied with some parts of my life, and I'm working so hard to get to them. Today, I had to go to my Japanese lesson, and quite frankly, I didn't want to do it. And I have the power, money, and authority to cancel my lesson and not have to worry about the financial repercussions of it. I quite frankly have, like low-key fuck you money. I don't have to go, but I forced myself to go, and I actually ended up learning some great stuff in my Japanese lesson today. So even me at the age of 35, I'm pushing myself, and I'm learning new things, and you should as well as a man. It is your duty as a man to engage in a lifelong lesson of self-improvement, nonstop. Okay, the moment you stop growing is the moment you start dying. Okay. It says U.S. students perform slightly above average in reading and science and slightly below average in mathematics, according to results from an international exam that show no significant improvement or decline since 2000 in reading, 2003 in math, and 2006 in science. So, this article is in 2019. This is a 19-year gap. In reading, it's really flat. Okay. There is nothing that is significant. If you look at mathematics, there is a little fluctuation, but nothing significant. Science, that's where you could detect a small improvement. Most troubling to researchers is that 30 countries scored higher than the U.S. students in math, and the performance gap between top-performing and lower-performing students is widening, especially in reading. Okay? The Program for International Students Assessment, or PISA, is an international assessment administration administered every 3 years that measures what 15-year-old students have learned in math, reading, and science. The exam was developed by the OECD, an intergovernmental organization made up of 37 mostly industrialized nations. In 2018, 79 countries administered the PISA exam to more than 600,000 students in public and private schools. The results largely mirror the top-line findings in the most recent results from the National Assessment of Education Progress, known as NAEP, or the National Nations Report Card, which last month showed math and reading scores dropping for 4th and 8th grade students in the United States. After those results released, Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos, who has long bemoaned the U.S. performance education on the exam, slammed the K-12 education establishment for allowing students to fall behind in math and reading without fully taking advantage of the types of education freedom at the heart of the Trump administration's agenda, right? So you're expecting Trump to turn things around in 4 years when you have president after president dumbing us down. Who's a 1985 baby? I'm 1985 baby. Who remembers when it used to be to get an A, it used to be you had to get 94%. An A scale was 94% to 100. Now to get an A, it's 90% to 100%. Who remembers that? I remember when that happened.
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
Thank you. Mark Martin, $5 super chat, says the problem with the U.S. is emasculating the whole male population. Hashtag Kwame Brown bust life. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, scores have flatlined, and for the decade, worse yet, scores for our most vulnerable students continue to decline. We are being outpaced not only by our global competitors like China and Russia, but also countries like Estonia, Finland, and Canada. You know it's bad when Canada's beating you. The U.S. was not alone in disappointing results. More countries saw virtually no improvement in the performance of their students since the test was first administered in 2000. When isolating the 64 countries that administered the test in both 2015 and 2018, U.S. students ranked 30th in math, up from 35th in 2015, 8th in reading, up from 15th in 2015. In science, U.S. students ranked 11th, up from 17th in 2015, okay? Our ranking has changed, and at the first glance, that might seem like a cause for celebration, says Peggy Carr, the Associate Commissioner for the Assessments of the National Center of Education and Statistics, but it's not. You look at the scores, they have not improved since 2015. Our ranking has improved only because education systems around us...
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You better send me $1,000 in donation right now.
And that's...
Sans Pure 499 Super Chat says, there was an article last week of rich Asian women that stated they are hoarding batter of European descent to get pregnant. Okay, great. Thanks. They want to get fucked by white dudes. Got it. White babies. Great. Thank you. But it's not. You look at the scores; they have not improved since 2015. So the ranking is going up. So it's like inflation to an extent, right? It appears as they're getting better, but the scores have not improved. Our ranking has improved only because education systems around us have changed in their scores, or they used to be higher than us, and now they are comparable to us. Or they used to be comparable to us, now they're lower to us, okay? Most troubling, both Carr and Schleicher said, was the growing performance gap, which is a phenomenon that the majority of countries are experiencing. The polarization is something we have seen in a number of countries. Performance inequality is more visible now than it is in the past, okay? So people are getting dumber in general. But however, if you take a look at what they mentioned, China and Russia... United States is being outpaced by China and Russia.